I am going to talk about the poem in detail. So watch the video till the end. Let's get started. About the poet. Gieve Patel is a famous Indian poet and playwright. He is also a practicing doctor. He was born in Mumbai in 1940. He completed all his education from Mumbai. His first collection of poetry was entitled Poems and was launched by a famous Indian poet Nissim Ezekiel in 1966. How Do You Withstand, Body and Mirroring are some of his famous poetic collections. He also wrote famous plays like Princess, Savaska, and Mr. Bahram. Introduction. The poem on killing a tree describes the process of killing down a tree. As the poet says, it's not easy to kill a tree. A simple jab of knife or a cut with an axe are not enough to put an end to the life of a tree. If it's to be killed, you need to pull it out with all its roots from the cave earth. Because roots are the real strength of the tree. Then you have to leave it in the sun and the air to dry until it browns, hardens, twists, and withers. Only this way you can kill a tree. Stanza-wise explanation of the poem. It takes much time to kill a tree. Not a simple jab of the knife will do it. It has grown slowly, consuming the earth, rising out of it, feeding upon its crust, absorbing years of sunlight, air, water, and out of its leprous hide, sprouting leaves. Explanation. Dear students, in the first stanza, the poet says that a simple cut cannot kill a tree. A tree grows gradually. It's rooted in the soil. A plant takes nutrition from the soil to grow into a big tree. The tree is firmly bound with the soil. It takes in sunlight, water, and air to grow into a strong trunk and have numerous leaves. So hack and chop, but this alone won't do it. Not so much pan will do it. The bleeding bark will heal, and from close to the ground will rise scarlet green twigs, miniature boughs, which if unchecked will expand again to form a size. Explanation. The students in this stanza, the poet says that humans cut and chop the bark of a tree. But that's not enough to destroy the tree. The point of the tree which gets cut gives out sap just like a human being bleeds. Gradually, this too heals, and from there, new branches start growing again. No, the root is to be pulled out of the anchoring earth. It is to be roped, tied, and pulled out, snapped out, or pulled out entirely, out from the earth cave, and the strength of the tree exposed, the source, white and wet, the most sensitive, hidden for years inside the earth. Explanation. The students in this stanza, the poet says that in order to kill the tree, it has to be uprooted. One has to separate the tree from the earth which supports it. The roots of the tree bind the tree with the soil in the pit of the earth. From there, the most sensitive and hidden part of the tree, that is, the roots, have to be pulled out. The roots are white in color and are damp. Then the matter of scorching and choking in sun and air, browning, hardening, twisting, withering, and then it's done. Explanation. The students in this stanza, The poet says that once the tree has been uprooted, then gradually it withers and dries up with the action of heat and wind. The trunk becomes brown, it twists and hardens. Finally, the job of killing the tree is really done by doing this type of action against the tree. Meaning of difficult words. Jab, it means a sudden rough blow. Leprous hide, it means hard skin of the tree or discolored bark. Sprout, it means to grow. Hack, it means cut roughly by striking heavy blows. Chop, it means cut or strike sharply. Bleeding bark, it means sap oozing out from the tree when it receives a cut. Miniature boughs, it means little offshoots. Unchecked, it means neglected. Expand, it means grow larger. Pull out, it means to remove. Anchoring earth, here it means the earth that supports the tree firmly. Snap out, it means to chop out. Earth cave, here it refers to the pit in the earth where the roots of the tree bind it firmly to the earth. Scorching and choking, it means the drying up of the tree after being uprooted. Poetic devices. Number 1. Rhyme scheme. To students, the poet has not followed any rhyme scheme in the poem. It's written in free verse. Number 2. Symbol. To students, in the poem, the poet has used the tree as a symbol for deep-rooted evil or evils in a society. In order to kill the tree, here evils or evil, we have to pull out its roots. Number 3. Metaphor. Example number 1. Leprous hide is compared to the skin of a person suffering from leprosy. Example number 2. Bleeding bark. Bleeding bark is compared to the bleeding from the wound in a human's body. Alliteration. When a series of words begin with the same consonant sound in a poetic line, we call it alliteration. And the examples of alliteration in the poem are bleeding bark, white and wet. In the words bleeding bark, the consonant sound b is repeated. And in the words white and wet, the consonant sound v is repeated. Message. To students, there are two evident messages that the poet communicates through the poem on killing a tree. Number 1, we must not cut down trees. Number 2, elimination of evils that are prevalent in the society. To students, the poet communicates this message by telling us how a tree can be killed by pulling it out along with its roots from the earth. And this process can be taken as a hint to eliminate the evils like dowry, drug addiction, eve-teasing, illiteracy, prostitution, etc. We cannot put a full stop to these evils by just half burying them. However, we can eliminate these evils by uprooting them from our society. To students, this was all about the poem. If you